Alright, ladies and gentlemen, back at it on the Project 944 here. So this video I'm going to be focusing more on the technical aspects of getting this first start going. So basically, this is, again, probably about 3 weeks of working on this so far, slowly waiting on different parts to come in here and there. Initially, we were thinking that it was a fuel injector system having issues. So replace the injectors, which tested before. There were 2 injectors that were fouled up, and that did not work. So referred to some forums to see what else it could be. So I went ahead and replaced, DME fuel relay, and I got one off of, without getting too technical, that's what this video is going to be showing you, but just replacing a couple things here and there. Did the fuel relay, which I heard after that, the fuel pump kicking on, as well as a few other things. Yes, what was it? It's basically a crank position sensor, basically a sensor on the back that's known to go bad. Changed that, still nothing. So finally, I pulled out the ECU, and you'll see in this video, it's completely toast, like water was inside of it. So I actually have a new ECU coming in, which is called a DME on these cars. I would like to know what that is actually called. I'll have to look that up, or if someone wants to pop it in the comments below happens to know what that's called. But yeah, lots of decent content in this, trying to get her started and cranked and all that good stuff. Yeah, without further ado, take a look. Alright, the injectors are in place. I got them seated into the intake manifold, and I've run into a pretty good roadblock. While luckily they are seating correctly, the fuel rail mount is stripped out. So I can fit them in there, but it won't seal them right. So let's take a look. Got all 4 injectors in place. I definitely want to give this thing good cleaning once this is all running, but for the time being, I got this guy right here. It should look something like that guy right there, except it's just a little worked in pretty good. This is going to be a very flickery video thanks to my light here, but I'm going to go ahead and try and drill and tap that. Wish me luck. Hopefully this works twice. All right, I got that hole tapped. I've tapped it successfully, I might add. Very happy about that. So the original hole was an M6 hole. I decided to go just a touch bigger, just so I can get a tap in there and actually be able to tap the hole. So I've done that. I've got, just a number of M7 bolts here. I went to an M7, and I went ahead, screwed my bolts in there and marked place on the bolt. I don't have any shorter of this, so I'm gonna go ahead and shop it here. And I thought it'd be interesting just to film this real quick, because I remember when I was younger, I had no idea of any of these stupid little things I've picked up over the years. But when chopping a bolt, you put a little nut at the end. So after chopping it, you take the nut back off, and you'll have a nice clean end to your bolt to put it back in there. The stupid little things. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now, and showing you a bit of how to tap the hole in that last clip. But yeah, just basically having a drill, and then I got this little tap set here that comes with a variety of different sizes, and I've had to replace quite a few over a bit because I'll end up breaking taps. I'm an idiot, but that went pretty well. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this bolt. Got my little rotary tool, as well as my safety glasses, because as a graphic designer, my biggest fear is losing my sight. I would prefer not to go blind, so I need to do that for my work. But yeah, fingers and shit, I don't really mind about that. I can do shit without that. But yeah, I'm gonna go top thing here. All right, so hopefully that was the proper distance that I'll need to fill that hole. I didn't want to go too deep with it, and I really didn't want to mess this up. To be fair, that would result in buying a whole nother intake manifold that I'm drilling into, which, to be fair, I saw how my pops stripped that out. Man, drilling that thing was like butter. It went in like the metals came out so quickly. Definitely just some soft aluminum, which as an intake manifold, I wouldn't really expect to be something else. Yes, still hot. Go ahead and pick that up like a loser. All right. If you haven't noticed, I'm still sweating balls right now. As this guy here is still very, how you say, moldy and smelly. I'm pretty sure I've got most of the mold out. It's just the lingering smell that, I like to cool down my garage by closing garage doors, nice insulated door, and letting some of the AC cool the garage. Well, don't want that moldy smell going into the house, So I haven't been doing that. And so some of these videos you might see me very sweaty. It happens. Just wipe that off. But I have this in place, and I'll continue filming with putting together the fuel rail back in place. And I am still missing a few clips for the tops of the fuel rails. Yeah, it turned out there were very specific clips to a 1983, just first early gen. I found a company, 944 Barn, on Marketplace on Facebook, and he says he's gonna take a look. It is Memorial Day today, so I'm hoping to hear back from him tomorrow and hopefully get some more clips in and not have a fuel leak. But I'm still gonna try and test it. I'm still gonna try and start it today. We'll see how it goes. So let's move on back over here and put this into place. See if my handiwork came in handy. Yes. All right. All right. I've got a different light in place, so hopefully this video won't be as flickery as the earlier clips of this video. But I would like to get moving on this because, well, I really like to see her started today. I think it'd be amazing. So I had this clip here, this hard line coming from the fuel pressure regulators. I'm not entirely sure where that was heading. It was going down here, but it was just kind of sitting around. Okay, I see some more. I don't know where that could possibly be going. Okay. So much corrosion in here underneath the intake manifold. I'm guessing just from all the gas that leaked down into it and sat. But should be okay. Yeah, I've got that bolt there. Put these back into place here. That sucker just rolling down there. One more leaking fuel. Okay. Pop these betties back in place, huh? Nope, that light worked well there. I knew that was going to happen. Alright. Bitch. Alright. Fucking shit in the way over here. Got my lube. Yeah, some lube there. Have the fuel injector wires to go on top. All these spark plug wires chilling around, going in random directions and shit. I have to get those squared away into place. putting that sucker on wrong. There's some nice dilithium grease in there, but they don't look bad. So when the car was off, or you know, diagnosing stupid shit, it does have spark, so the spark plug wires should be all good to go, and spark plugs were just changed. It's getting them fuckers in there. It's been the fun part. Oh my gosh, this is stupid. It's so hot. Alright, I've got a different light in place, so hopefully this video won't be as flickery as the earlier clips of this video. But I would like to get moving on this because, well, I really like to see her started today. I think it'd be amazing. So I had this clip here, this hard line coming from the fuel pressure regulators. I'm not entirely sure where that was heading. It was going down here, but it was just kind of sitting around. Okay, I see some more. I don't know where that could possibly be going. Okay. So much corrosion in here underneath the intake manifold. I'm guessing just from all the gas that leaked down into it and sat. But should be okay. Yeah, I've got that bolt there. Put these back into place here. This sucker just rolling down there. One more leaking fuel. Okay. Pop these betties back into place, huh? Nope, that let work well there. You know what's going to happen. Alright. Have the fuel injector wires to go on top. All these spark plug wires chilling around, going in random directions and shit. Like to get those squared away into place. putting that sucker on wrong. There's some nice dilithium grease in there, but they don't look bad. So when the car was off, or you know, diagnosing stupid shit, it does have spark, so the spark plug wires should be all good to go, and spark plugs were just changed. It's getting them fuckers in there. It's been the fun part. Oh my gosh, this is stupid. It's so... Alright gang, first start. Let's see what it does, and let's hope it just doesn't leak fuel everywhere, I guess. I got no seat to sit on either, so this should be fun. Wasn't getting something. Let us crank. Let's see if there's fuel everywhere. All right, back at it today, trying to get the car started. It has probably been about 3 or 4 days since that last video I did. So that was just the initial trying to start it up, see what it's all doing, testing a couple different things. So one thing I definitely noticed was that the fuel pump wasn't kicking on. That was something that we had actually replaced quite a while back, so I know those are all new parts, and I checked out the wiring, and everything was good to go. So I did some searching around online, the forums and whatnot, and found out that the fuel relay is something that is often to give problems with. My pop said he had previously changed it, but I searched around and I came across the company. I want to say they're called F9T, and I'll have to double check on that right now. Hold on. Okay. Focus 9 Technology, F9T. Yeah, they make a lot of good aftermarket stuff for these old 944s, and definitely thankful for all of their work. But I know they do aftermarket DMEs, which is basically the computer in these old cars. And they also make this fuel relay, this fuel DME, that has diagnostics built into it. So different lights, there's 4 different lights. And I'm not going to go into it too much in here. I've already got it put in these older generations. It's under the dash and pain in the ass to get to, but you can definitely check out different videos online for that. But I've got that put in, went ahead, turned the key. Sure enough, right off the bat, I hear the fuel pump engaged. So honestly, that made me really happy. It did not start still, but that is progress, baby steps and whatnot. So I did some more searching around, and I found the next thing to check is the, they call it a reference sensor. It's basically a crank position sensor. It references the crank on the back of the engine, and it plugs into a bracket on the transmission housing. That was a monster to get out. All right, I'm just going to throw that out there. I believe it was the original sensor from 40 years ago. So, needless to say, the most likely that is bad, and it's probably been causing this thing to not start the whole time. I asked my pops, he says it's never been changed, and it is such a beast to try and get out. Like, I made a thread on the forum that I just had a list of people saying how much a pain in the ass it was to get to. One guy said he completely had to drop his trans, which requires a lot of shit. Like, you're taking the trans out of the back of the car, the torque tube out, the clutch housing off the back of the engine. I got it out. I'm so glad I didn't have to do anything with that. It was just some PB Blaster, let it soak overnight, hit it about 3 times through the day. I was able to pry that sucker out, and I have that son of a gun here. I'll show you. It sits here. So that is where I'm currently at with this project. Not sure if I had a video of the DME, the old ECU, but yeah, I would say this doesn't look too good. Honestly, it looks like I just cracked open an old Atari, man. Same era of technology, at least. But pretty crazy. That, as of today, June 11th, that just shipped. So hopefully that will be coming into me very shortly. I'm looking at you funny because I'm looking at my tripod that's a little leaning and the camera's straight. Anyways. I hope you enjoyed this video today. There will definitely be more content on the way. Once I got this in, hopefully, first start, yeah, and get this old girl the heck out of my garage. I just want to be able to move it, put the Subaru back in here, and all that good stuff. But until the next one, stay tuned for more. Thanks.